Welcome to Grand Prix, your go-to channel for the fastest updates in Formula 1. We have 3 exciting stories for you, so please subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay ahead of the competition. Let's get started with some quick and to-the-point news about the world of Formula 1. Please turn on notifications and leave a like to support our work here at GP at Home. The FIA has been making a number of changes recently, some of which have caused controversy, particularly decisions made by its president Mohammed bin Sulayman, who has been at the center of several debates today. The official reason for this is an dismissal of longtime F1 steward and former driver Johnny Herbert as a conflict of interest. In addition to his role as an FIA steward, Herbert has been working as a commentator and analyst for various media outlets. Over the past few months, Herbert has made statements that have caused controversy, especially with regard to 3-time world champion Max Verstappen. Verstappen's camp has accused Herbert of having a personal bias against the Dutch driver and possibly influencing decisions against him because Herbert has publicly criticized Verstappen's driving style and provided an explanation for some of the penalties he has received. Until last week, reports indicated that Herbert would continue to serve as a steward. However, in a sudden reversal, the FIA changed its stance and officially removed Herbert from his position, stating that the decision was made by mutual agreement. This dismissal raises several questions about the FIA's direction and the potential consequences of its frequent changes. The accusations allege that Herbert purposefully attempted to penalize Verstappen during races, while some contend that these decisions could increase the impartiality and transparency of race officiating. Others think that making too many changes could cause instability in the sport. Many fans have noted that this is not the first time a steward has been fired after making contentious remarks. The FIA has a history of making sudden adjustments in response to criticism, raising concerns about whether these choices are genuinely motivated by professionalism and ethics or are merely a response to outside influences. Furthermore, Herbert's simultaneous responsibilities as a television pundit and a steward raise a crucial question regarding impartiality. Can someone who offers real-time analysis and viewpoints on drivers and races maintain objectivity when making official decisions, while Verstappen continues to be a contentious figure in Formula 1 due to his aggressive racing style, which frequently garners both admiration and condemnation? This conundrum shows the difficulties in striking a balance between transparency and objectivity within the governing body. The argument over Herbert's remarks is made even more heated by the fact that some contend that his skill and tenacity are what make him a champion, while others contend that he occasionally crosses the line and calls for more stringent control. What do you think about the FIA making too many changes too soon, or was Johnny Herbert's firing the appropriate decision? Have you gotten used to seeing Lewis Hamilton in Ferrari Red and driving for the Italian team? Opinions are still divided, as seen in the comments, with some people finding it odd and others quickly adjusting to the change over the past few days. Let's talk about his move to Ferrari and the difficulties he has faced with Mercedes in recent seasons, which have prevented him from competing for victories and, of course, his 8th title. Before we do that, make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so you're ready for this exciting new Formula 1 season. In order to become as comfortable as possible with his new car during his early tests, Hamilton has been spotted testing with his new team on a regular basis. Last week he ran laps at the Fiorano circuit. This week he resumed his preparation at the Barcelona circuit. Hamilton experienced some discomfort with Ferrari's car, especially with the throttle and brake pedals. This is an interesting issue because one of his biggest problems in previous seasons with Mercedes was also related to the brakes. However, the car's handling of braking affected his ability to push the car to its limits, not the pedals themselves. Hamilton's aggressive driving style, according to Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff, entails braking late and hurling the car violently into corners. However, Mercedes' current model has had difficulty adjusting to this style, and even the current technical regulations do not support it. According to reports from the Spanish newspaper Marca, Hamilton and Ferrari have been working hard during testing to fine-tune the car, with one of their main objectives being to optimize the braking system. Their goal is to make the braking maneuvers as comfortable as possible for Hamilton, allowing him to push the car to the limit as he has done throughout his career. Fortunately for Hamilton, it appears that Ferrari has quickly addressed the brake pedal concerns, making the necessary adjustments to meet his expectations. Wolff explained that the best way to drive under the current rules is to stay slightly below the limit, something that does not come naturally to Hamilton. Reports suggest that Hamilton is pleased with the feel of the Ferrari, noting that the brakes respond in a way that aligns much better with his driving style than what he experienced at Mercedes. If these improvements hold, braking issues should no longer be a problem for Hamilton in 2025. However, adapting to Ferrari's power unit remains another challenge. According to Marco, the Ferrari engine behaves quite differently from Mercedes' power unit, requiring Hamilton to adjust his driving style, particularly in how the power is delivered. The differences in power distribution affect both corner exits and speed reduction. requiring adjustments in how Hamilton manages throttle application and braking zones. Despite this, neither Hamilton nor Ferrari seemed concerned with extensive testing sessions planned. Both the driver and the team believe they will reach a comfortable level before preseason testing officially begins. Once adaptation is complete, they will be able to focus entirely on further development and refining the 2025 car. So, with Hamilton's braking issues seemingly resolved and promising signs emerging from Ferrari's development, do you think Hamilton and Ferrari can already be considered serious title contenders this year, or is it still too early to tell? Max Verstappen remains highly active in simulator races even during his Formula One off-season, continuously making headlines with his aggressive and competitive racing style. Recently, the reigning world champion found himself at the center of controversy again, clashing with Williams when the two drivers made contact during a heated online competition early in the race. Jaden Munoz became extremely irate and lashed out at Verstappen, accusing him of never altering his behavior on the track. As the race went on, the tension only increased, and the two drivers collided again in a tight corner. "I understood that this is precisely why everything in life is handed to you, Max." This second incident led to an even more vehement reaction from Munoz, who hurled a series of insulting remarks at Verstappen, adding to the drama surrounding the incident. "You're nothing more than a pampered brat. You wouldn't exist without your father." The insults didn't end there, as Munoz continued to vent his frustration, making it apparent that his ire went well beyond the virtual race. He added, "You never change. You think you can do whatever you want on track without consequences. You're reckless, and it's always someone else's fault." Verstappen has long been a divisive figure in motorsport. His unwavering pursuit of victory has earned him immense respect, but it has also drawn criticism from those who believe he crosses the line between competitiveness and recklessness. The explosive exchange quickly gained traction online, with fans vehemently debating his competitive nature. Some defended his assertive approach, arguing that it is precisely what has made him a multiple world champion. Others, however, criticized his racing style, arguing that it lacks sportsmanship and causes needless controversy. This most recent incident has rekindled conversations about the delicate balance between competitive spirit and excessive aggression in racing. Although simulator races don't have the same real-world repercussions as Formula One Grand Prix events, they still elicit strong emotions and spark intense debates. His assertive nature is often hailed as a component of what makes him an exceptional driver, but it remains a double-edged sword that frequently leads to heated clashes on and off the track. Verstappen's presence always seems to spark debate and split opinions, whether he is driving a real Formula One car or competing virtually. Regardless of one's position on the subject, Verstappen's impact on the motorsport industry is undeniable. His actions constantly spark debates and keep his name at the forefront of the racing world. This ongoing debate raises an important question. Is Verstappen just pushing the boundaries of racing, as all champions do, or is his aggressive style becoming problematic? Whether in a virtual setting or on a real track, his approach continues to be a hot topic of conversation. Do you believe Verstappen is merely doing what it takes to win, or has he gone too far?